Okay guys, today we're gonna react to what happens if you stop blinking forever. Yes, that's right. What happens if you stop this is by the dragon. I don't even know. So we're gonna react to what happens if you stop blinking. It's right here, guys. It's right here. So yeah.
Blinking. By the time I finish this sentence, you'll have blinked at least once. It's something we do without thinking, and good thing too because we do it so often. But what if you stopped blinking forever? The consequences can be absolutely shocking. In 1 hour, you're going to blink between 900 and 1,200 times. In a single day, you'll blink between 14,400 and 19,200 times. In a week, that's 100,800 to 134,400 times. And in a year, it's a whopping 5.2 million to 7.1 million blinks, giving your eyelids a real workout. Every time you blink, your brain is taking a micro rest to process information. Blinking is super important, which is why when you stop, things can go bad really quick. 1 minute. At first, you'll feel fine, and most of you have had a good old-fashioned staring contest at least once in your life, so you're pretty familiar with what it feels like to go about a minute without blinking. What's actually going on in your eyeball might surprise you, though. Within 30 seconds, that thin layer of moisture in your eye has begun to evaporate. This is a layer of water moisture that's delivered straight to your cornea through the process of blinking.
Wait, hold on. I need to do CC because I cannot understand without CC. Hold up. I need CC. Hold on. Let's go back.
Within 30 seconds, that thin layer of moisture in your eye has begun to evaporate. This is a layer of water moisture that's delivered straight to your cornea through the process of blinking. You might have noticed, but your cornea doesn't have any blood vessels, and the only way it can receive water to keep it hydrated is through blinking. That's why after 30 seconds, your eyes begin to feel awfully dry. You begin to feel some slight pain or discomfort. This is your cornea starting the process of dehydration. And if you thought dehydration of your general body was bad, it's even worse.
A dry mouth? This is dry mouth. Dehydration means that you need water to survive. Why dry mouth though?
With your eyes. Generally, when you're suffering from actual dehydration.
Skin, headache. What? Dry skin? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Dry skin and dry mouth.
You don't notice it much in your eyes until the symptoms become extreme, at which point you'll feel like your eyes are slightly bugging out. More on this later, making your eyes mildly uncomfortable. This is because, like your brain, your body considers your eyes to be of vital importance to your survival and prioritizes delivering what little water is available in your body to them. After all, if you can't see, your odds of survival have just plummeted dramatically. Remember how we told you the cornea has no blood vessels?
Yeah.
Well, blinking does more than just deliver water. And by the end of your first minute without blinking, you've already interrupted the vital process of delivering much-needed nutrients to the cornea tissue. Basically, you've started starving your eyeballs. 2 minutes. When you enter your second minute, you'll start to notice your eyes getting bloodshot. That's a direct effect of your corneas drying out as your body tries to pump more moisture to the eyes in any way it can. The lack of moisture by now will have dried out your cornea so much that you'll notice greatly increased pain and discomfort. After 2 minutes of not blinking, you now created a dangerous bacterial condition in your eye. Each blink helps not just moisturize the surface of the eye.
Oh yeah, because when something gets in your eye, it could cause like dryness or like hurting. Yeah, something like. Yeah, it will like start to hurt more because of something going in your eye. Because if you stop blinking and something goes in your eyes, it will start getting hurt. So
but sweep away debris and cover the eyeball in mucus secretions that help fight and prevent infection. Now, any debris that lands in your eye, including airborne germs, mold, and other nasty things, are going to stay there. In the case of numerous types of bacteria, they'll soon start reproducing out of control, making your no blinking situation even worse over time. 3 minutes. After 3 minutes of no blinking, the average person will be unable to resist the eye's natural response to flood the eye with tears. At this point, your brain is basically mutinying against you. And since you're not going to bother to lubricate your eyes, it's going to instruct the tear ducts in your eyes to do it for you. Your eyes will grow increasingly watery as the tear ducts dump out all available moisture to try to save your eyes. It might help, but only temporarily. Since you're not going to bother to lubricate your eyes, it's going to instruct the tear ducts in your eyes.
Wait, what are those white thingies? Are those water or what?
it for you. Your eyes will grow increasingly watery as the tear ducts dump out all available moisture to try to save your eyes. It might help, but only temporarily. 5 minutes. After crying, your eyes are all out of tears, and you're gonna need time to restock. This means that the tears that flooded your eyes are going to be evaporated by now. Your eyes are once more unprotected and unmoisturized, and it will be extremely bloodshot at this point. The pain is increasing in intensity, but it's still likely quite tolerable. You'll notice that your vision is starting to become blurry. Your tears are vitally important to the health of your eye, and your refusal or inability to blink has now cut off the cornea from vital sources of oxygen. Your blurry vision is only temporary at this point, but if you continue not blinking, it could be permanent. Even if you just experience regular dry eyes in your life, the possibility inability to blink has now cut off the cornea from vital sources of oxygen. Your blurry vision is only temporary at this point, but if you continue not blinking, it could be permanent. Even if you just experience regular dry eyes in your life, the possibility for permanent vision loss is very real.
If you don't know what is this, is just basically like you do like one eye or like two eyes, and if you're blind, you can wear glasses to see those words. So example, I could see TOZ because I am not blind.
Don't seek treatment. 15 minutes. Your eyes are nearly completely dry at this point, causing them to start to swell up in your eye socket. This will lead to an increase in pain, which can be quite intolerable at this point. The pain is not just a symptom of your eyes basically dehydrating and drying out in your skull, but also meant to get your attention. Your brain is trying to tell you that not blinking is a really bad idea, and you really should get some moisture into your eyeballs as soon as humanly possible. 20 minutes. By now, the dryness has begun to affect the protective tissues of the eye. The corneal epithelium is a layer of tissue that covers the front of the cornea. If you've had LASIK surgery, humanly possible. 20 minutes. By now, the dryness has begun to affect the protective tissues of the eye. The corneal epithelium.
What are these? What is this? Are those eyes? What is this, Stormia? What are these?
It's a layer of tissue that covers the front of the cornea. If you've had LASIK surgery, then this is the part of the protective tissue that is neatly sliced away to give the laser direct access to the cornea itself. Normally, the corneal epithelium helps prevent your tears from getting into the cornea and bringing along with them all sorts of nasty stuff that's on the surface of your eyeball, like dust, insects, and other debris. But it also helps protect the cornea from bacterial infection by acting as a physical barrier. Without it being regularly hydrated, though, the layer of tissue is going to become tougher and get increasingly cloudier. For now, the damage is only temporary, but its effects could be permanent if you continue being unable
Find the efficiency
to blink. The cloudy tissue is going to make your blurry vision even worse. At this point, you're also noticing that your eye is starting to swell, adding to a feeling of pressure along with. If you continue being unable to blink, the cloudy tissue is going to make your blurry vision even worse. At this point, you're also noticing that your eye is starting to swell, adding to a feeling of pressure along with the pain. 90 minutes. The Guinness Book of World Records does not keep any records that could be potentially dangerous or fatal, so therefore it refuses to authenticate any records of longest time without
world record without blinking their eyes. That's
blinking.
crazy.
However, if you've reached 90 minutes without blinking, you've officially tied the man who is believed to hold the current world record for not blinking. Anand Haridas, a teacher from Kannur in India. He used his skills in Thrataka, a type of yogic meditation technique, to stare at a fixed point for a whopping 1 hour and 31 minutes. Haridas claims that he began practicing by staring at a black dot on the wall, and initially couldn't get past the 5-minute mark due to the pain and heavy tearing up. Eventually, he got to 20 minutes, and then after 3 years of training, broke the 1 hour mark. Setting the world record is great, but if you can get this far, you probably need some yoga meditation techniques of your own, because the pain from your dried out eyes is going to be intense. 2 hours. At this point, dehydration has begun to damage the thin tissue of the surface of the eye and your inner eyelids, known as conjunctiva. This tissue helps from your dried out eyes is going to be intense. 2 hours. At this point, dehydration has begun to damage the thin tissue of the surface of the eye and your inner eyelids, known as conjunctiva. This tissue helps protect the eye during normal operation, but by denying it the much-needed hydration it requires, you've started the process of dehydrating some of the most delicate tissue in your body. The damage is still not permanent, but soon it will be, and will lead to serious vision loss. 4 hours. Your cornea has been starved of water for so long that the damage has begun to spread into the deeper tissues. Dehydration has compromised the function of the cornea, and as the tissues shrink from dehydration, your vision becomes even worse. Despite this shrinkage, though, your eyes are actually swelling as the body tries to pump more blood to them, causing extreme discomfort and growing pain as your eyes literally begin to feel like they're going to pop out of your head. 8 hours. You haven't blinked in 8 hours, and your eye hasn't been able to remove all the random bits of debris that floats around in the environment around you. With nowhere to go, all that dust and debris sticks to the outer layer of your eye and accumulates, leading to the growth of black dots in your vision. The longer you go without blinking, the bigger these dark spots will get, as more and more junk builds up on the surface of your eye. 12 hours. Your eyes are being dehydrated from the outside.
Because there's what is it called? Bacteria in it.
In, but your pupils still have a job to do. They compensate for your increasingly worsening vision. They grow larger as they try to gather more light through the increasingly filthy and cloudy surface of the eye. You might gain a temporary increase in vision, but it'll be short-lived. At this point, you're causing permanent damage to your eyes as they are literally dying of thirst. 24 hours. The extreme pain and discomfort will make it impossible to sleep. No matter how hard your brain wants to take a break and shut things down, eventually you might get used to having your eyes open and sleep much in the same way some people do with their own eyes open, but those people still blink from time to time. Because you're not blinking, not only do your eyes become even more swollen, but infection will have set in as bacteria replicate out of control on the surface of your eye. 2 days. Your vision has deteriorated so badly that at this point you're suffering from double.
That's literally 48 hours. 2 days is 48 hours because 1 day is 24 hours, and if you plus that's 48, so it's 40 days.
Unfortunately, all that means is that you're seeing two equally bad pictures because your vision is still extremely blurry and clouded by black clouds of debris. You could experience as much as a 30% vision loss at this point, simply from the amount of debris and bacteria replicating out of control on the surface of your eyeball. 3 days. By the third day, we have some good news. You no longer feel the horrible pain from your eyes. The bad news is the reason you're not feeling any pain is because your eyes are dying. Vision loss at this point is permanent.
Oh no. Oh no. That means you cannot see anymore. Because why? Because if your eyes are dying, you're gonna only have that one eye is gonna make you only have one eye left to see.
Even if you begin blinking and washing the debris out of your eyeballs.
Hold on. Wait.
You no longer feel the horrible pain from your eyes. The bad news is the reason you're not feeling any pain is because your eyes are dying. Vision loss at this point is permanent. Even if
Okay, let me tell you. This eye is dead. This eye is alive, but still will be dead. A is for alive and D is for dead. But it's still gonna die. But it's still gonna die. But it's still gonna die though. Alright.
you begin blinking and washing the debris out of your eyeballs, dehydrated tissues have been starved of water for so long they have died, now severely impacting the function of the eye. Bacteria, which have been running amok, have also now begun to eat the dying tissue of the eye. And if you see anything at all, it's a dark, cloudy, milky white mess as your dehydrated eyes struggle to continue to function. 6 days. Your vision loss is now permanent and probably total. Bacterial infections have rampaged out of control and even penetrated into the deeper layers of the eye, which are supplied with water through blood vessels. The structural damage to the outer layers is now complete, with the tissues having been
both dead. Oh, I told you I told you this eye would be dead. This eye is also dead. I told you that I would be dead.
completely desiccated. Not only are you permanently blind at this point, but you also have thrown the door open for bacteria to infect the rest of your body. Given the proximity to your brain, the only way to survive the infection at this point is to completely remove the eyes, stopping the infection from getting deeper into your skull. With no eyes, though, you at least finally have a reason not to blink anymore. Now check out What If You Stopped Sleeping, or click this other video instead.
Oh my gosh. Guys,
Remove the eyes, stopping the infection from getting deeper into your skull. With no eyes, though, you at least finally have a reason not to blink anymore.
But how are you supposed to see, though? How are you supposed to see? Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed this. That's crazy that if you stop blinking, it will like get more crazier and more bacteria, and at the end, you literally have no eyes and you can't even see. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and see you next time. Bye.